Okay, hello and welcome back to the Sovren FX YouTube channel. So we'll be going over gold and GJ analysis before we can look to execute on any trades. So I only have one trade open at the moment, which is the buys at 180-200 on GJ. If you can look at yesterday's stream, I gave out the analysis for this trade. So let us begin with gold. Let me use a cleaner chart. So we want to do higher time frame analysis as we go down towards the lower time frames and the 1 minute. So on the daily, you have to note that gold is bullish, but as it is not out of the ordinary to see gold doing more than 1,000 pips pullback. Right now we are currently at another 1,000 pip pullback. So we're looking to play the pullback sells till this intra higher time frame price sensitivity area. So let us go down to the intraday time frames. Okay, let me turn this off. Let's remove the drones. So on the 4 hour, so to make it easier, you can just look at the line chart to give you the close of each candle. So just throwing a glance here right now at the pullback phase of the market or the secondary phase of market structure. So anywhere you want to place it, here or here, whatever floats your boat and allows you to understand market structure and what price is doing at that current moment. So buyers failed to print new highs, and this is the all-time high. Now price is expected to do a pullback. So the pullback can be till this place here, or we can get deeper pullbacks towards the 1800s. So this isn't out of the ordinary for gold, but since we are doing a scalping session and not position trading or swing trading, we'll have to drop down to the lower time frames and build up market structure from there. Also, before we drop down, you can realize that gold is literally in a higher time frame range. So this is the range we've been playing in for the whole week. From the tops to the bottoms, we've been catching highs. So we sell highs and buy lows as it is the norm. So here we had a couple of trades. For sells over here and buys over here. So right now, actually I took a loss trying to guess when market will reverse and go back to our range highs. One thing I didn't put in mind was that today we have news. We have USD news. Fed Chair Powell testifies, and investors, usually before major news, investors like to range. So price action is basically a representation of investor behavior. That's what I realized during large economic data reports. We have ranges before investors can decide what to do next. So depending on the data and the tone of Fed Chair Powell, we'll be expecting either hawkish or dovish remarks, and we'll just follow the whales, the investors, the big investors in the markets. No need to guess reversals or impulsive breaks. Let's just wait and see what's going to happen after Fed Chair Powell testifies. Otherwise, looking at Otherwise, looking at the price action on the lower time frames, let us jump to our key level chart. So as you can see, we are ranging between the 1939 and 1929 500. So this is the range that has been going on since London and Asian sessions. So there's no need to trade such clunky price action. This will just drain your account. We could just wait for clean breaks either above 1939 or breaks below 1929.500. Those are our key levels. So for gold right now we are ranging, and I don't think you are going to get trades during this New York session, maybe towards London close or NYSE open. So this is where I was faked out for gold. Price closed above 1939, so I expected it to drive to 1945 but got faked out. But I managed my trade once I realized we had a bearish impulsive move engulfing the bullish candle. This shows that there's strength in the bearish candles, showing sellers are stronger during that time. So that was the trade I took yesterday. So today for gold, I don't think you're going to get any executions. We have to wait for Fed Chair Powell testimony, then you can build from there. Otherwise, let us jump to GJ. So GJ, I'm currently in this trade from 180-200. So we can just do a higher time frame analysis and understand why I took this trade. Okay, so fundamentally, today we had the CPI report for GBP. So they had a higher CPI reading year on year. So what this tells us is that the Bank of England is going to increase rates, and by increasing rates is going to increase the price of their currency, which is the British pound. The Japanese yen is still holding their loose monetary policy, therefore they're going to be weaker. So what I capitalized on was buyers failed to print new highs. Price did a pullback yesterday, caught this trade. So today we are just replicating the same trade. Price comes below and does a retest at 180-200 on the higher time frame. You can drop on the 1 hour for better confirms. So price does the same things day in, day out. What happened here is what will happen here, and that's why I took this trade yesterday and I'm taking this trade today. So fundamentally we're expecting GJ to be bullish during this session. So in case you want to join in and take the same entries, right now price is closing below 180-500, which is not a good sign for the trade. So I'll move my stop loss to break even. We could close a portion of the position. So let's just monitor this area. If price impulsively breaks this area, you could close half your position. If not, you're safe to hold it towards 18800, and finally my final TP at 181,200 for 100 pips. So if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments, the chat. I'll be going over them one by one. So price is breaking. I'm looking to close one position. And move the other to break even. As I closely monitor price action. So you can monitor 18500 for more entries. If you missed the earlier entry, you could catch the second entry at 18500. So for time frames that I use for entries, I use the 1 minute. since it gives me much more information, and since this is a scalping session, you don't want to miss even a pip from your entry. You want to get the premium buys. If you have any questions or any analysis you'd like to send, you could send it in the chat. So right now this is pound yen here in buys. So let me add a watermark so that people can understand which pair I am trading. Let me see. So we have a watermark, so you can have it gray. I think this is better. So yeah, this is pound yen on the 1 minute. That's how we got our entries. As of gold, I'm not trading it right now, and I've explained why. Since we're waiting for Fed Chair Powell to give his testimony, and we can see how the investors behave to the information you're going to receive today, then just follow. Let the markets lead and follow. So right now we are closing above 18500. This shows me that if we stay above 18500, we could execute more buys and join the trade, as I am targeting 181,200 for 100 pips. So this could be a liquidity grab. So this is a good area to enter if you missed the first trade, and have your stop loss at 13 pips since it's below this price sensitivity area, such that when price closes below 18500 and goes to break this setup is invalid. So I always want to have a 1 to 3 minimum or a 1 to 2 as I monitor market structure on the lower time frames, giving me more information on whether to continue holding the trade or to close full or close a position, a percentage of the position. I welcome any questions. Could also join the free Telegram group where I send my analysis for Asian. So we are currently waiting to see how price will react to 18500. Also, I'd be cautious since the new hourly candle is bound to open, and more often than not it gives you a bottom wick before it flips, so I'd be cautious about that. Just give it a few minutes to give you the bottom wick. So in this situation, price hasn't given us a bottom wick. Oh, there it is. So let us see how deep the bottom wick will go. So currently you could enter, if you want more safer buys, you would enter on the break of the high around 185.50 for safer buys, because right now if you aren't in the trade earlier, it would be a bit dangerous to enter at 18500. So just wait for the breaks above 185.50, because that will be the hourly flip, then you can execute. So you can see how price is reacting as the hourly is making its bottom wick. Let's just monitor price. If it closes below this area, I'd look to close my positions and close a percentage. So this is for people who entered at 18500. This is the bottom wick for the hourly. So as I was saying, a better entry would be at the break of the hourly highs for safer buys, because you don't know how deep this wick is going to go, the bottom wick of the new hourly candle. So if you have any other questions, you could leave it in the chat. So let us monitor the 1 minute and see what happened. To further validate these buys, you need to price to hold above 18500. So right now you'd be cautious. If we start breaking these lows, I'd rather you close. If we start breaking those lows impulsively for 5 pips, then so price hasn't hit the 5 pip stop loss. As we wait for price to flip and break the hourly candle highs, let's go back to the hourly. So this is what it looks like right now. The hourly has flipped and broken the highs, so you should have entered. If you had placed a buy stop at that area, you should be in by right now. So let us continue to monitor the 1 minute. So for me to continue validating this, I'd like to see more bullish candles in succession. I don't want price to break above this area. Also, I wouldn't want any bearish candles engulfing this impulsive move that has taken place right now. So those are just the confirms I'd use to continue holding the trade. So as you can see, price is still rejecting this area, so I'd still be cautious and watch the reaction on the 18500 levels.
Loves the blood and gore, always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force of heart. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped, you'll be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. Pressure, it's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
So right now price is breaking below 18500, so just keep your stop loss below this area and wait, let price cook. So price isn't breaking this lows yet, so if this 1 minute candle flips and breaks, I'd look to manage my trade and wait for further entries. So right now we are up 40 pips for those who entered originally at 180 200 with the analysis I gave yesterday on stream. So if you're not in the trade yet, could just be patient as we are waiting for price to close above 18500 and hold above it and break this area for entries. So these are the primary and these are the secondary entries. Since there's no questions, I can just talk about maybe the fundamentals. So the Bank of England still expecting the President 25 basis rate hike for short term. Buy the rumor, sell the news on GBP, the British pound. So that was what we were playing during London session. So let me turn on this. This shows me the sessions. So during London, these were pullbacks before continuing the higher time frame buys. So we are done with the pullback, and that's why I entered here and expecting price to go back to the highs at 181,500, but I'll be content with taking my profits at 100 pips. So for GJ, unless the pullbacks go deeper, there's no reason for sales on GJ, since there's no new current market fear, uncertainty or doubt, which would give Japanese yen strength, since it is a safe haven currency. And the Bank of Japan also confirmed loose conditions, and they have the dovish statement. So price is currently struggling at 18500, so I'd be cautious if you took an entry here. But there's no way you can manage it unless it impulsively breaks this or closes below this. We're still in buys. So we could talk about gold. For those who like fundamentals like me, fundamentals drive the markets. Without fundamentals, I think we are just guessing where price would be going. So just keep in mind, gold is still holding above this demand zone. This is a higher time frame demand zone, so let us just look at it from a clear perspective. So just throwing a glance, you have to understand that this is a demand zone. But we have the Jerome Powell conference today around 5. I'm not sure I'll still be live during that time. But if it keeps market pressure on the fight for inflation, tightening conditions, and rates up higher for longer, you can see gold dig lower short term, and the US dollar index could turn bullish, and the equities, we have the US 30 turn bearish. So those are just market correlations and confirms you can use. So the DXY would turn bullish and gold would dig lower below the demand zone in the short term. Let us go back to gold. So we're just waiting for Jerome Powell testament on the fight for inflation. So if it keeps market pressure on and tightens the conditions for longer, we can see this gold sells below this demand zone for the short term. So that's why we aren't trading gold during this session. So we're just waiting for Fed Chair Powell testimony around London close and 30 minutes after NYSE open. So back to GJ. So GJ broke below our zone. You could look to manage your trades. I'm still currently in because my entry was way early and I couldn't be tapped. So those who entered at 18500, you're just minus. So we say the stop losses here, you're minus 7 pips. So you could just wait for the market to do its thing, come back above 18500. First, we need it to break 18590, 18600 to make sure that the bulls are in control so that you can hold buys further. Otherwise, for me also personally, if price flips, I'm closing my full position and waiting for newer better entries at 180 200, or if price wants to make deeper pullbacks towards 180 flat, that's also not out of the ordinary for GJ. So right now, what this price action is telling me is that GJ is forming an order block to collect liquidity, and the next move you're going to observe out of this tiny range is going to be impulsive. So whenever you see a market doing this, you know that the banks, the huge investors, are just exchanging the currencies. So they need a certain area where buyers liquidate their positions and sellers give them liquidity. So this is what happens when there's a shift in market structure. We just continue monitoring. So if price closes above here, the buys are been confirmed and we can impulsively break 18800 and see our way towards 181 flat. Otherwise, if we break below 180,370, GJ could do a deeper pullback, retest the 180 flat, then and only then can you see buyers jump back into the market and push price back to the higher highs that were made during London and Asian session. So right now we have nothing to execute on. We can just patiently wait for new entries. Any questions? You could also join the free Telegram group where I send my analysis for the sessions that I am not live. You follow the IG, help me grow. So right now we can't help but wait, so we just need to exert more patience and wait for price to come above our price sensitivity areas so you can look to execute. Currently I'm not liking this price action, so I'll move my stops to 180,374. Since price can do a deeper pullback before seeing us switch back to the bullish bias. So as we're waiting for price to set up for our entries, we could talk a little bit about the human errors in trading and trading expectations. So when trading, always strive for accomplishments and merit over short-term pleasures. The market is created around targeting human psychology, errors, and inefficiencies. So when you're put into a system where you're already told your preset potential, you're already pushed to your preset limits, where you feel tired or vulnerable, you get targeted more by the preset system. So trading is not different from learning any other high-paying skill. Just put in the time and the work for you to learn. Think long term, refine your skills, always be a student of the markets. trying to compound wealth through scalping every single day, every single session is extremely inconsistent. So it's just difficult when you're a scalper, but you could use scalping to increase your account size, where you could look for intraday plays. So the earning potential that can come from learning how to trade is uncapped. It literally has no limit. You can make millions, hundreds of millions. Heck, you can even start your own hedge funds. So the price on JJ is still ranging. I'm waiting for the impulsive break of 180, 500 and 180, 570 to validate more buys. Otherwise, this trade setup has been invalidated and we can look to enter later. Currently, what's going on gold? So gold just did a deep dive towards 1929,500. Let me check if there's any news. There's no news, so this was just an impulsive drop. So since I hadn't pre-planned my analysis to take this trade, I wouldn't just take this trade off the bat since I see price dropping. This is where discipline psychology comes into play. The market will always dangle trades on your face, but when you take it, it reverses. The only way I can see entries is by waiting for price to pull back, tap 1929,500, then drop. Otherwise, I could just sit here and wait for price to come to me for my trade entries. So hope the new 30-minute candle comes with the New York impulsive and breaks above $180,500.
say I make you nervous, a tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning, you wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face, got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. You'll break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone, so save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. They say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break, but they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You'll break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Redemption never came. Even now, you're coming after me, fire lighting up the sky. Feel the ground shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my throne. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, no, no. I got no, no, no rival. Tell me now, what you gonna do? We can do this face to face.
Any question on analysis, you could leave it in the chat.
Doesn't matter what you say. Try to tell you this is my moment. Can't take mine 'cause I own it. Don't you know that I'm locked and unloaded? You're out of focus. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way
We're still in GG buys. So below 180-400, I have just got to say be cautious. So price is currently going above 180-500 as we had anticipated. So we just need to break above 180-580 to validate more buys.
this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air, like a blazing flare. Don't stare, cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares too. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
So for you to get further entries on GBP JPY, you could wait for the new hourly candle to open. For it to tap 180,500, could execute another trade for buys heading towards 181 flat. For buys heading towards 181 flat.
That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. You and me, hanging
So if you took the buys at 18500, you're up 20 pips. You could close the trade now. That 20 pips is enough for scalp during these market conditions. So I think I'm going to end the stream in 5 minutes. It's been a slow day. So here you could close your trades at 20 pips. For the intraday traders, you could hold it towards 181,200. So with that, I'd like to end the stream right now. Thank you for those who joined. I appreciate the one question I got today. See you tomorrow, same place, same time.